Hi, how you doing everyone? I hope you are all doing great. For me, I'm doing well. Thank you for asking me. So have you remembered about the previous video? We have learned about the 4 rules of the spelling participle, right? But today, we are going to study 3 more. We're going to finish it, okay? So do not waste the time. Please have a look at the board. Now, let's go to rule number 5. Verbs ending in a CVC, last syllable is stressed and double the last consonant. After that, we add ed. Okay? So now, look at again. Verbs ending in CVC, as you have already known. C is a consonant, V is the vowel, C is the consonant, and the last syllable is stressed. Okay? Last syllable is stressed. So before adding ed to the verb, we have to double the last consonant. As spelling rule of verb to be plus verb plus ing. Okay? But this one, we talk about the past participle. Okay? Not verb plus ing rule anymore, right? So now let's go to the example. Okay? Admit. So you cannot say admit. No, it's admit. So admit. So mit is the second syllable, the last syllable. We stress on the last syllable, alright? So we have to double one more consonant as the rule says, and then we have to add ed. Okay? So now let's go to the example. Admit, M is one of the consonants. I is one of the vowel, T is one of the consonant. So before adding ed, we have to follow the rule by, doubling. Once is the last syllable, the last word of consonant. So what do we have? One more T and then ed. So we pronounce admitted. Okay, admitted. Let's go to the second example. Commit. Okay? When we go to the past participle, you have to follow the rule. As I say, double one more T and then ed. This is the right form of past participle. So, commit, we have committed. Okay? Let's go to the third example. Refer. F is one of the consonants. E is one of the vowel, R is one of the consonant. So we have double R and then ed. When you are learning, do not think that something is boring. I teach you again and again, but you have to remember, okay? Try to listen to me again and again, and you will remember it. You understand? So, kidnap, okay? Kidnapped. So we go to past participle, double one more P, and then ed. Kidnapped. Okay? Kidnapped. So another word, deter. Deter. So deter, t, is at the end of the word. The second syllable or the last syllable is stressed. So before adding ed, as the rule number 5 says, so we have to double one more R, the last consonant, before adding ed. So we have deterred. Another example, submit. So M is a consonant, I is a vowel, T is a consonant. Before adding ed to the verb, we have to double one more T. That's why we have submitted. Submitted, right? Let's go to another example. Transfer. Transfer. Okay? Transfer. So F is the first syllable. F is the first C, consonant. And then E is one of the vowel, or is the last one of the C, consonant. So before we add ed to the verb, we have to follow the rule by doubling letter R and then ed. Are you clear now? So try to listen and try to look at the board, alright? So we have one few to go. So this one, transmit, transmit. So before adding ed, we have to double one more t, transmitted. Okay, transmitted. Try to see what I'm doing, and then you can remember. Okay. So look at the other example. Confer. Okay, confer. F. E is a vowel, O is a consonant. So before adding ed, as I normally said, we have to double one more R and then ed. Try to follow the rule, right? Okay, regret. Regret. When we go to the past participle, we have the letter R, we have the letter E is one of the vowel, T is one of the consonant. So we have double T and then ed. We pronounce regretted. Regretted, okay? Commit. M-I is a vowel, T is a consonant. So what do we have? Do we have to double or we don't double it? We have to double it. So double one more T and then ed. Okay? So we have committed. Committed. Let's go to the fourth or the fifth example. Permit. Okay? Permit. When we go to the past participle of the word permit, we have permitted. How about this verb? Emit. Emit. We go to past participle, we have to double one more T and ed. We pronounce emitted. Emitted. Let's go to the last one of the rule number 5. Incur. Incur. So what do we have? Do we have to double? We don't double it. We have to double letter R and then ed. Okay? Are you clear now? I hope you are smart. Okay? You will be clear. Okay? So let's go to the number 6. Rule number 6. For rule number 6 is a little bit, like strange for you. Right? When I put BE here, we talk about BE means British English. As you normally know, we have divided to big, like English. We have BE English and AE English. BE means British English, AE means American English. So I think it is not quite different, but only a little bit different, okay, between British English and American English, all right? But now, I give you rule number 6 related to the BE, British English, okay? So now, let's have a look. For BE, for British English, most verbs ending, most verb, not all the verb, most verb, maybe 85% or maybe 90%, okay, of the most verb ending in letter L, okay, a letter L. We have to double one more L, okay, and then add ed. So look at rule number 6 again. For BE, most verbs ending in L, before adding ed, we have to double one more L, okay? So what I mean now, we focus on the BE, British English, not American English. Do you understand, right? Let's go to the example. Okay, cancel. Cancel. So we have to notice this one. As the rule number 6 says, so before we add ed, we have to follow the rule, okay, by doubling one more L. Understand? Again, the rule says for the BE, most verb ending in a single L, before adding ed, we have to double one more L. This is for British English, not American English, okay? So, before adding ed, we have to double one more L and then ed, cancelled. Cancelled, okay? Let's go to the second example, control. Okay, L is at the end of the word. Before adding ed, we have to double one more L here and then ed, controlled. What I mean now is related to BE, as I told you many times. British English, not American English. Example that marvel. So marvel, we got a single L at the end of the verb. So before changing to the past participle, we have to double one more L and then don't forget ed. As the rule number 6 says. Understand? Go to another example. Label. When you go to the past participle, we have to double one more L and then ed. That's it. To be faster, travel. When we go to past participle, we have to double one more L and then ed. Some of the American people, they think they understand about the American English, but sometimes they cannot understand about the British English, okay? But don't worry about that. It is not much different, okay? Only 5% is difference between the British English and American English, all right? Now, please have a look. Petrol, okay? So petrol, when we go to past participle, we have to double one more L and then ed. Pedal. So pedal, when we go to past participle, we have to double one more L and then ed. So rule number 6, we have to remember, for the British English only, most verbs, I don't say all the verbs, all right? I say most verbs ending in single L, before adding ed to make past participle, we have to double one more L. Example, cancelled, controlled, marveled, labeled, traveled, petrol, pedal. Okay? Do you understand? Are you clear now? Okay, I hope you will be clear, right? Let's go to the last rule. Rule number 7. So look at the rule. Verbs ending in a letter C, not consonant. Letter C, not CVC. Do not get confused about CVC. Okay? What I mean now, verbs ending in a letter C, not consonant, like CVC, alright? This is different. I say letter C. Before adding ed to the verb, we have to add K, one more K, and then ed. You don't need to ask me why do we do like that. You don't need to ask me why. You have to follow the rule. Okay? You have to follow the rule. When the rule say like that, you have to remember like that, okay? You got to do like that. It doesn't mean the rule tells you like that, you do like this. No way. Okay? Try to be clear about this point, right? For example, picnic. Most of the time, when you study English with a foreigner, when you study English with, like the teachers, you only remember picnic used as a noun. You understand that? But sometimes you don't know it is used as a verb, right? So today, I'm going to give you some of the verb that before you don't think that it just have the verb part of speech, right? So now you see that. Example, a picnic. So what do you see at the end of the verb? Letter C. So when you see the letter C, rule number 7 say like that. So what are you going to do before adding ed? Do we add one more consonant? Okay? Or we just add ed straight away to the verb picnic? Please see the rule. What does the rule say? The rule says most verb ending in the letter C add letter K and then ed. Okay? Now let's go. We have to add one more K. So picnic, and then we pronounce picnicked. Okay? Picnicked. don't forget K and then ED. You don't need to understand, you need to remember, alright? Let's go to the second example. Okay, beaverback, beaverback or beaverback. So when you see the letter C at the end, just remind about rule number 7. So what do we have now? We have to add one more K as the rule says. And after that, don't forget ED. Okay, beaverback. Like the third example, traffic. Mostly, you know the word traffic, you as the noun. Example like the traffic is good today, the traffic is so serious today, we got a traffic jam today, or something like that. But traffic here, you as the verb. So, traffic is the present simple traffic, and then when we go to past participle, we have to use ED. But before we have to use ED, you have to remember rule number 7. So we add one more K. Understand? Trafficked. Okay? Tarmac. Okay? C at the end. Tarmac. And then we go to the past participle. What do we have? K, ED. Frolic. Frolic. When we go to past participle, just remember C at the end. So what do we have? We have frolicked. Okay? Let's go to another example. Magic. Like example, magic is mostly of the people they know. If I have got a magic, I will turn you into a millionaire. If I have a magic, I will turn you into a frog. This is what, like some people say, But magic here, it doesn't use as a noun, it uses as the verb. So, when they use as the verb, you have to follow rule number 7 by seeing the last letter. We got C at the end of the verb. Okay, letter C, not the consonant as I told you. So what do we have in here? Magic. Okay, magic. Let's go to another one. Okay, havoc. 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 You go to past participle, havoc, ED. Okay, physic. C at the end, C at the end, C at the end. So before adding ED, as the rule number 7 say, we have to add one more K. And lastly, ED. Do not forget it. So, go back to number 5 again. Rule number 5 says verbs ending in a CVC. The last consonant is stressed. So before adding ED to the verb, we have to double the last consonant. Okay? Like admit, admitted. Okay? Commit, committed. Refer, refer. Kidnapped, kidnapped. Deter, deter, deter. Submit, submitted. Transfer, transfer it. Transfer, transfer it. Transmit, transmitted. Confer, conferred. Regret, regretted. Commit, committed. Permit, permitted. Emit, emitted. Incur, incurred. Rule number 6. For the BE, as I normally told you, BE stands for British English. For BE, most verbs ending in a single L, before adding ED to the verb, we have to double one more L. Okay? So we have cancel, cancelled. Control, controlled. Marvel, marveled. Level, leveled. Travel, traveled. Petrol, petrol. Pedal, pedal. Lastly, rule number 7, verbs ending in a letter C, not consonant, only a letter C. Before adding ED, we have to add one more word, is K, and then ED. Picnic, picnicked. Bivouac, bivouacked. Traffic, trafficked. Tarmac, tarmacked. Frolic, frolicked. Magic, magicked. Havoc, havocked. Physics, physics. Okay, so we end the spelling rule of past participle today. Okay? So before ending the video today, I would like to say thank you so much again and again for all of you who supports my YouTube channel and Facebook page. Anyway, any comments, okay, I accept it. Okay? So do not feel hesitated to ask me when you don't understand any point. Okay? So, thank you very much for sharing the time with me today. Have a nice day. Watch the next video. Bye bye.